You ever experience something so specific, so oddly personal, that it can't possibly be random? That's exactly where we're going today, because the coincidences between Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez's music lately are unsettlingly precise. Imagine this: you're listening to two completely different albums by two separate artists, and yet somehow, they're both referencing the same road, echoing similar lyrics, and dropping visuals and symbolism that practically mirror each other. At some point, you've got to stop calling it chance and start seeing the patterns. Justin Bieber's latest project is fresh out, and it's turning heads for a reason that goes beyond just the beats and melodies. It's packed with what fans believe are clear references to Selena Gomez, from phrases and imagery to even the smallest scent-related nods. We're talking full-on lyrical déjà vu. This isn't just creative overlap, this feels like musical messages laced with nostalgia, confession, and possibly unresolved emotions. Let's start with the most obvious thread connecting the two, an actual road. Justin's new song, titled 405, might sound like just another flex anthem on the surface. But if you've been following this duo's history, your jaw probably dropped when you heard the line, "On 40500 on the dash with your ass in the passenger seat." It's incredibly detailed. Too detailed to be general. But here's the kicker: Selena already used the same highway in a much more vulnerable way. Her song Camouflage contains the haunting line, "Riding alone on the 405 and life's so fragile." Her words read like a breakup diary entry. Not only does she name the same road, but the emotional weight behind her lyrics is unmistakable. So here's the question: was Justin really just reminiscing, or was this his way of time traveling back to a memory he knows his fans, and maybe someone else, would pick up on? But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about daisy petals, yeah, those little flowers you pick at when you're trying to figure out if someone loves you. Selena used that imagery in her track Round and Round years ago, "Love me or love me not, I'm staring at the clock. I pick the flower petals off and then I watch them drop." Now fast forward to Justin's latest hit Daisies, and what do we hear? "Do you love me or not?" Head is spinning, and it don't know when to stop. You hear that echo, right? The whole flower as emotional barometer theme resurfacing years later, this time through Justin's voice. It's like they're having a conversation across time, through their music. And that daisy motif? It's not random in Selena's life. Daisy isn't just a metaphor in one of her songs. It's literally all over her life. She has a perfume she adores named Daisy. Her revival era featured her wearing daisy crowns. Her dog? Also named Daisy. So when Justin titles a song Daisies, it's hard not to feel like it's a direct thread back to Selena. Add to that a lyric like, "You said forever, baby. Did you mean it or not?" and now we're neck-deep in references that scream shared history. Look back at Selena's own lyrics from Love Will Remember, "Forever will forever be ours." It's a lyrical echo, like they're flipping pages from the same chapter and scribbling in the margins. And in both their recent music, there's an undercurrent of digital heartbreak too. Justin sings, "You leave me on red, babe." Instead of a line, it's 3 dots, but I can connect them. Meanwhile, Selena's on the opposite end of that call, singing, "If I leave you on scene, why do you call me?" The vibes? Identical. Cold. Distant. Conflicted. Their verses are like puzzle pieces, separate but fitting together with uncanny precision. And if you thought Daisies was the only tie-in, think again. Let's shift to something even sneakier: album titles. Justin's album is named Swag, which might seem like a throwaway word unless you remember that Selena once sang, "You're sexy kind of swag, the best I've ever had," in her 2013 track Nobody Does It Like You. The word wasn't generic back then, it was hers, used to describe someone intense, unforgettable, someone like Justin. Now he's flipping it back at her. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe it's a musical clapback crafted years in the making. Now let's take a look at the release dates. Selena's most emotional recent project dropped in March, Justin's birth month. Then Justin releases Swag in July, right around Selena's birthday. What are the odds that these ultra-personal works just happen to drop around each other's birthday months? Sounds a lot like subtle birthday tributes wrapped in chords and choruses. And we haven't even gotten to the butterflies. If daisies were the metaphor for confusion, butterflies might just represent rebirth, reflection, and lingering feelings. For years, Selena's fans have associated butterflies with her healing era. She's been seen wearing butterfly jewelry, using the imagery in visuals, and even centering her rare visuals around the winged creatures. But recently, Justin's been channeling that same energy. In his song Butterflies, he sings, "These butterflies won't go away." It's emotional residue, the kind that clings even after the breakup. And that's not just poetic. Years ago, paparazzi snapped photos of Selena wearing a butterfly necklace while out with Justin. And now, butterflies are back, on stage, in lyrics, in visuals. Justin even opened his Justice tour with massive blue butterflies fluttering across the screen, just months after Selena's butterfly-laden rare visuals. This isn't random. This is visual storytelling at its most personal. Speaking of visuals, let's talk aesthetics. When you line up the music videos and teaser visuals from their recent projects side by side, it's like they're sending each other subliminal signals. Justin is seen standing in an empty field, surrounded by wildflowers, during sunset, moody, thoughtful, and completely alone. That same exact setup shows up in Selena's "I Said I Love You First" teaser. Both of them, alone in fields, surrounded by fading light and floral symbols. It's haunting. Like they're talking to each other through the screen. Justin even dropped a video clip of a single daisy slowly spinning in a glass of water, no words, no context, just vibe. On the flip side, Selena's "Forget-Me-Not" cover art shows a butterfly trapped inside a jar. Symbolism? It's practically screaming. Contained feelings. Trapped memories. Fleeting emotions sealed in glass. All the signs of a love that never got a real ending. And just when you think it's all metaphor, Justin sneaks in a voicemail on one of his interludes. A woman's voice, soft and regretful, says, "I didn't mean to disappear. I just didn't know what to say anymore." Sound familiar? Because Selena once shared a voice memo with fans years ago, same vulnerability, same raw tone. These aren't just musical choices. These are emotional postcards sent in code. And there's more. One of the tracks on Justin's new album is literally called "Disappear." Go back in time and you'll find Selena once captioned a cryptic post, "People don't disappear like that unless they have something to hide." That caption went viral. Was he responding to that, years later, through song? Because if so, we're witnessing a very slow, very emotional conversation unfolding over time, hidden between choruses and bridges. And now, here's where it gets eerie, the vocal editing. Selena's song Talk features her voice so distorted, so dreamlike, that many fans swore it sounded like Justin. The delivery, the tone, it sparked heated online debates. Was it meant to resemble him? Was it an homage or a subliminal message? Fast forward to Justin's song Yukon. He also experiments with a feminized vocal effect, something nearly unrecognizable from his norm. Almost like he's borrowing her sound. Playing her part. Filling the void with familiarity. In Yukon, he even drops the line, "Remember, used to drive AON. I pick up on another call." It's subtle. But fans read between the lines. They always do. At this point, you've got to ask, are these really just creative coincidences, or is this a slow-burning musical dialogue spanning years, heartbreaks, and emotional evolutions? Because when you line it all up, the 405 references, the daisies, the butterfly motifs, the release dates tied to birthdays, the repeated lyrics, the matching visuals, the voice filters, and even the dogs' names, it's too much to chalk up to randomness. These are love letters disguised as songs. Postcards sent through visuals. Voicemails turned into melodies. It's storytelling at its rawest and realest. And fans are piecing it together like a puzzle that still hasn't been finished. Now it's your turn. Which moment hit you the hardest? Was it the daisy lines? The butterflies? The voicemails? The 405? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we're reading everything. And if you love dissecting this kind of lyrical mystery and pop culture drama, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Fame Drip, and tap that bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Because trust, this isn't over. There's more coming, more clues, more echoes, and probably more feelings wrapped in basslines and verses. Stay tuned, because the music still has stories to tell.